Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about variables and expressions. What is a variable? Again, to review what a variable is a letter that represents a number. For example, x equals 7 would be a variable. X represents the quantity 7. And so when we go down to this next section and we start to talk about evaluating, remember what evaluate means? It means solve, right? So we're going to solve these expressions and we're going to use x equals 2 and y equals 4. So the first one is 3xy. Well, this really means 3 times x times y. And if we substitute in, we can say that's 3, x is 2, y is 4, times 2 times 4. Now we're still using the order of operations, so 3 times 2 would be 6 times 4, and 6 times 4 would be 24. Notice, we did it step by step by step. Substituted in, followed the order of operations. The next one. Really this means 8 times x minus 3 times y. Well, if we substitute in, once again, that's going to be 8 times 2 minus 3 times 4. Order of operations tells us we need to do the multiplication first, so this is going to be 16 minus 12, and that's going to give us 4 for our answer. I would like for you to try the next two on your own, remembering of course that 2 times x is 2, or 2x is 2 times x. Try those two on your own. The other part of variables and expressions is converting things into words from letters, numbers, and operations. And so some words that we use for various operations. Think about some words for addition. I'm going to list a couple. See if you can list some more. Addition could be said as plus. It could be said as add. It could be said as total, and things like that. What about subtraction? Subtraction could be take away. And if you want to pause and try to think of these on your own and then come back and see what ones I have that you don't have and fill in your list, you can. We could also say things like decreased. We could also say things like take away or less than, etc. What about multiplication? Well, some words for multiplication could be like product or times, or we could say multiplied by, or the word of, like 1/2 of a pizza would be 1/2 times the pizza. Division. Some words would be like quotient or like groups of. Like 7 groups of 6, that would be divided by. Alright, so when we go down here, we're going to start translating these verbal phrases. And part of that is going to be going from these words that we just said into numbers. I'll go first. The sum of a number and 9. Well, write the following verbal phrases as a variable expression using variables, using n for a number. So this part here, a number, is going to be n. And the sum is a word for plus. So the sum of a number and 9. So this is going to be the sum of some number n and 9. So this is my answer here. N plus 9 is this variable expression that means these words. So the key is figuring out what goes on either side and what the operation is. Difference is minus, a number is n, and we have 21. The difference of a number and 21. So whatever comes first is going to be first, and the difference between or of a number and 21. Product means times. 6 is just 6, and a number would be n, so 6 times n, or we could say 6n, or we could say 6 dot n. Typically we put the number first rather than the variable. I want you to try the next two on your own. And the remainder of this we're going to talk about in class. So come to class with this ready to go, and thanks for watching, guys.